Hello. You are listening to the Save the Good Girl podcast. However, this is not an episode. This is more so an update. And the first thing that I want to say is that it has been some time since I have recorded and posted episodes. I've been, really consistent since I've started, but due to unexpected things that have been occurring in my life beyond my control, it put me in a space where I didn't have the opportunity to give you my best. And I do not want to put anything out there in the world, literally, where I'm not giving you my all. And I didn't have access to that. And I'll get to that in a minute. I just want to say first that I am truly grateful for those who continue to listen. I'm truly grateful for those who have become part of the family, for those who have found value in what I've been doing. I am beyond grateful. I've shared in past episodes my fear of doing this in the first place. I didn't know how wide or how far this would even go. I was grateful to even have 5 listeners, let alone to have thousands of listeners in different countries at that. And when I started when I wanted to do the podcast and the blog, I was not thinking about an international presence at all. So when you put anything out in the internet, it can go anywhere. So it's not going to just be in the United States, right? But when I was doing this, I was not thinking about an international presence at all. And it's been great. I have people listening in Mexico, Kenya, Canada, United Kingdom, India, Australia, Morocco, the Netherlands, Indonesia, Japan. Like, what? So I'm grateful. So I just want to start with the gratitude portion before I get into kind of an update of what's happening with Save the Good Girl and everything like that. I am grateful. I'm very grateful for those who have sent me messages, emails, DMs, anything of how they really appreciate this podcast, because it took a lot for me to even do this in the first place. So let me just truly extend my gratitude 100%. Originally, I wanted to, I had a whole plan in terms of ending season 1 of Save the Good Girl and then starting season 2 early of 2021. There has been unexpected events that has been occurring in my life that rocked me. It shook me. This year alone has been exhausting. It has been depressive. It has been confusing. It has been alarming. And I'm in a position that I never thought I would be. And definitely, for sure, I will share more about what's going on. It's just a lot of personal things that have been going on that really did not give me access. And what I mean by that is I am aware of what I'm doing right now in my head. I don't really have access to my hopes. I don't have access to my dreams. I don't have access to my heart. I just don't have access currently. It's like access denied, to myself. And when I started this podcast and the blog, my intentions are to have everybody listening or who's reading the blog or whatever see the good, right? Like, there's so many things that can interrupt and disrupt our flow, and then it interferes with the essence of who we are. And I really wanted to kind of have that going. And I had a lot of plans. And a few months, like last month, I believe, I went to DC, and on the ride there, I brought my notebook with me. I had my pen, and it was like, because I'm in New York, so going from New York to Washington, DC is about a 4 to 5 hour drive. And I was very intentional with what I was going to do in that car ride. So I brought my gratitude journal, I brought my notebook, and I thought about all of the topics that I wanted to discuss. I have all of these ideas, and I was just ready. I was ready to produce, right? And there's a lot of things that has rocked me, and I continue to keep pushing because my faith and my attitude and positivity. And I'm like, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And it got to a point where I couldn't, because I didn't have the energy to do so. I wasn't going to produce in a very positive way. And I'm just like, no, I need to take a step back and come back when I'm good, and I can talk about my journey, and I can talk about how to retrieve access again. Because when life does things to you unexpectedly, you lose access. And I will explore this a lot further in detail soon, but you do lose access to yourself. And I don't know what's going on. I'm still very confused. I'm really trying to incorporate self-care. I'm really trying to incorporate leaning on the support of my friends and family. But when you are trying to navigate a shock, it requires isolation. It requires you to process. And I'm in the place where I'm really trying to process. And I don't want to give you good. I want to give you my best. And at this time, I don't have the luxury to be emotionally irresponsible. And I'm going to dig into that too. But basically, even with the emotions at an all-time high, I don't have the opportunity to say, fuck it, I'm just going to stay in my bed for 7 months, because there are things that has to get, things that have to get done. And I have to make sure that I still do that. So I'm functioning, but I'm angry. I'm functioning, but I'm confused. I'm functioning, but I'm fighting with faith. I'm functioning, but I'm a little distant with some friends and family. I'm functioning, but I'm questioning a lot of things. I'm questioning my purpose. I'm questioning the future. I'm just questioning a lot of things. And I'm allowing myself to be in that space, because this is what happens when life rocks you. This is what happens when you're at a loss of for words. You don't know what to say. And I just feel like I have so many great ideas to grow this podcast. I work really hard on my podcast and my blog and my social media. And I take my time, and I take hours to choose the right photos. I take my time to edit, to make sure that the sound quality is okay. I really take my time to think about the topics, and I write down exactly how I want the episode to flow. And then I do my newsletters, and I think about the articles that I'm posting. So I'm not giving you mediocre content. I really take my time. I mean, hours planning social media, hours making sure that this is uploaded in the different platforms that I have, including YouTube. And it's a lot of work that I put into this. And what I don't want to do is do it for the sake of, oh, I need to be consistent. And then it's not resonating because I'm not giving you my all. I'm not. And I'm at a place where I can't. I mentally cannot. So to be real, I need to heal. And healing takes you away from certain things in order for you to come back strong. I don't want to give you 25%. I want to give you 100%. And I want to be honest about where I'm at. I'm not going to sit here and lie and be like, oh my God, everything is so great. Things are great. At this current time in my life, I'm just trying to navigate these emotions. I'm trying to navigate what's happening. I'm trying to process. I'm trying to function. I'm trying to be responsible, and I'm trying to be emotional, and I'm trying to be positive. But then some days I feel like, what's going on? So it's a lot of emotions. It's at an all-time high. And I think sometimes, even, sometimes we're dealing with people, sometimes I don't feel like talking to people, because I think sometimes certain people, they know how to assist with their responses. Like, they kind of know certain positive things to uplift you, and certain people just truly just don't know how to respond to certain things. And I think when you're in a place of confusion yourself, and you're annoyed and you're angry, you cannot talk to those people because it's going to make you even more upset. It's like, all right, I don't want to hear, oh my God, it's crazy. Oh my God. I don't want to hear it. So therefore, I don't want to talk to you. And that's just where I'm at. That's just my honest truth. Like, I don't want to hear it. So I think there's a lot of navigation, and I am ending season 1. It's not over. I will definitely come back early next year. And once I figure out the date, I will do another like short episode. I'll post something on social media as well to know of my full return, because it took me a long time to push past my fears to do this. And I don't want to stop something that was in a momentum. Like, I was like just kind of getting this train going, and then, life hit me. Life jumped me. That's what it feels like. Life was like, here she go. And it jumped me. So I'm at that place where I'm just trying to get up. I'm trying to put some Band-Aids on my wounds, so that I can come back and release all of my creativity. I have writer's block. I have a creative block. My mind is not focused. And, I can say that it's not focused. And I don't want to go all over the place, So I'm saying that to say that Save the Good Girl will be taking a break. I am going to send out an email communication. I am going to, within my newsletter, I am going to put a blog post as well. And I am going to put something in all of my social media platforms, because regardless of how you get information from Save the Good Girl, I just want to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence of making it known that it's not over. I know that sometimes if you don't see a post for a couple of weeks or an episode for a couple of weeks, you just think it's over. And I don't want to lose you as my audience and just kind of leave you hanging. I want to be honest and open of where I am. I want to be honest and open of what's happening. And I want to be honest and open of what I'm trying to do to get myself back. But at this current moment, I'm allowing myself to feel. I'm allowing myself to deal, and I'm allowing myself to heal. And healing in the magnitude that I have to heal, it is going to be a process. In order for me to just take all of this and then just kind of put it in different segments in my brain and maybe talk about it in this podcast and share this with you. So it's been a while. I have been wanting to do this particular communication. I'm not going to say episode, but I wanted to communicate with you for a while. And I just didn't have the energy. I didn't have the willpower. I didn't have it in me. My battery was drained. And I didn't have it. And today I went to the park because I needed to just think. I needed to just be. And in the park, I was looking at the sun and I was looking at the water and I was listening to Janae Aiko because I love her. And I cried. I cried in my car probably for like an hour. And as I was sitting there just crying, I was like, I need to say something. I need to put something out and let people know what's going on, because I still look at my numbers and I still see that people are still listening to the affirmations and certain episodes and all of that. So there's still a presence. And I was like, no, I need to let people know what's going on, because I would post the SOEs every Tuesday. I would post my full episodes every Friday, and then I would post my affirmations on Sunday. So to have a consistency of 3 episodes per week to nothing just didn't seem right. It didn't sit right with me. It didn't. So I've made the decision that I'm going to do it. And I wanted to do this like top of the morning when I woke up, but I'm just kind of letting my body and my energy go where it needs to go. And something told me that I needed to do this now. So I just want to say that I truly love and appreciate every single person that's listening. I am grateful for all of you. And I really hope that even during this time that you're still able to find value in my past episodes. I do have a lot. I have 50 episodes. 50, yes, I believe I have 50 episodes or 51 episodes. There's a lot of different topics on there. A lot of things that, the way that the podcasting work, at least for mine, it depends on where you are in your life, that you can find value in it. So I would recommend that you can still share everything with your friends. You can still communicate with me via email or my social media platforms, whatever works for you. I still would want to hear thoughts and opinions and how you feel. But I am grateful for you listening. I am grateful for, there's a lot of podcasts right now in the world. And the fact that I have people tuning in and listening and still finding me is beautiful. So just know that at this particular moment, I'm not able to give you my all because I don't have access to the essence of myself. It has been compromised. It's kind of like when you have a virus in your computer and it's on, but it's not functioning because it got in, and it's just like, whoa, that's what it feels like right now. To me, I feel like I just don't have true access, and I want to come back with all of my ideas. I have so many wonderful plans, so many things that I want to do, dreams and goals and aspirations, and so many things that I still want to manifest. And I can't manifest right now. I can't, because I don't have that belief, that strong belief. And I feel like with manifestation, you have to have a strong belief system. So due to life rocking me, I got to pause on that as well. But even with all that I just said, I don't like this place that I'm in, but I'm allowing myself to give this time. And it's going to take me some time to just kind of like bounce back. Not too much time, but some time. So I will communicate. I don't have a date of my full-time return, but it will be soon. My goal prior to all of this happening was January, but to be quite honest, I don't see that happening. But once I kind of know an idea of where I want to go in terms of a date, I will communicate back on the podcast episode, and I will communicate on my social media platforms, in which everything is Save the Good Girl. Facebook is Save the Good Girl. Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, all Save the Good Girl. Then you can also go to savethegoodgirl.com as well for updates in terms of when I will come back and, to be myself. But Thank you for listening. And thank you for supporting 100%. And I look forward to coming back to you. I look forward to all of the amazing ideas that I have. I look forward to discussing 2020 because I don't know, there's no words to describe this year. No words. But we're going to have to talk about 2020 next year. That will be the next time you will hear from me is next year. So I wish everyone that's listening, a prosperous end of 2020. I hope that you are able to maximize your time. I hope that you are able to spend time, quality time with your loved ones. I hope that you are able to rectify all of the petty shit that you have with your friends and family. I hope that you are healthy. I hope that you are mentally capable and sane. I wish prosperity for you, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful new year. And we're going to come back. We're going to come back with coffee. We might have to come back with tequila. I don't know. We got a lot to talk about next year, but I appreciate your patience during my time of healing. And, I will take notes of my journey because I truly believe that what I'm experiencing in the way that I'm experiencing it can really help someone else for sure. So thank you again. I love you. I appreciate you. And I cannot wait to talk to you fully with full access next year. Thank you so much for listening to season 1 of Save the Good Girl. Season 2 will be back very soon. In order to know exactly the live date, please continue to follow Save the Good Girl on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. You can also check out SaveTheGoodGirl.com and continue to follow the podcast episodes as well for updates on the date of season 2. In the meantime, there's a lot of great content to catch up on in the event that you missed anything. I have wonderful affirmations that you can share with yourself, your family, your friends, or your spouse. There's also SOEs, which are really short episodes to give you that boost that you need. And then to have a full conversation, just to kind of chill during that kind of nice wind down time, there are the full episodes readily available for you. And you can also check out the content on SaveTheGoodGirl.com. There's a couple of great blog posts on there for you as well. I look forward to coming back stronger than ever to deliver great content for you with a lot of great surprises and a lot of great new additions to the podcast and the Save the Good Girl brand. In the meantime, I will talk to you soon and look forward to coming back in full force.